Why haven't England won any major trophies in recent times, and are we on the verge of winning one?
Do you know what? It's hard to say if we're on the verge of winning one because I really did think 2020 Euros was it.
I thought it was it.
I really did think it
Really
was
did.
it. I can feel tears coming thinking about it.
I still remember that day.
Harry, unbelievable.
It really does haunt me.
Unbelievable. It really hurt me a lot. Haven't been that hurt since my ex broke up with me.
Are you watching? Get in touch.
Yeah.
No. But the thing is, like, I saw something online a couple years ago that said back in the day when it was Rio, Terry, Lampard, Scholes, Gerrard,
Yeah.
David James in goal, the team was rivalry. Because at the time,
Yeah.
United were fighting against Arsenal, Arsenal
yeah.
fighting Chelsea, vice versa, all that. And all the great players would come together from those clubs. And they wouldn't be able to get on
I saw that as
in
well.
the England camp.
Who was it? Was it Rio Ferdinand?
It was Rio
that talking
Ferdinand
about
who
that?
said it, yeah.
Yeah, because there was players who disliked each other, innit?
Yeah.
Because it was such big rivalry, like Scholes and fucking
Yeah.
playing. Literally, you had Scholes, Gerrard, and Lampard. Fucking that's United, Chelsea.
Yeah, and at that time,
Liverpool.
like I'm not saying it's not competitive in the league now, but back then,
Yeah,
it was like there was no sort of like VAR, there was no sort of all the soft shit that players do now. It was all like banging hard tackles, all that shit. They didn't care.
Bro, they had like Fabio Capello as their manager.
And they had Sven.
Bro,
They had Sven
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Fabio Capello couldn't
Which-
even speak English properly.
Exactly, and that was the problem.
What the fuck, bro?
That was the problem. So I mean,
I think now though, like the England team now, they're like a family, innit? Which
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
things so much
yeah.
better,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
easier for them as well. Because like you see the training vids when you watch England on YouTube, like they just look happy, innit?
Yeah.
There's no, you can tell there's no
it's good to see.
rivalry,
It's good to see.
no sourness at all. Like they forget. It's like they forget about the Prem.
Yeah.
And their minds focus on the England, which is what we actually need. So I
Yeah.
do think there is potential for us to win something within the next, maybe 6 years.
I feel like the reason we didn't win it just wasn't meant to be at that time. Like, I feel like our team now has gelled so well. Like we've got a young squad as well, with some experienced players like Harry Kane. Don't talk about trophies.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously he's getting on to 30. He's one of the oldest players in the squad now.
Yeah.
And then we've got like Saka who's coming in. We've got who else? We got like that's young. Like so many young players like Jude Bellingham,
Everyone really,
Rice
Yeah.
as well.
everyone. We've got a young squad.
Even in
Exactly.
the under-23s.
So,
Yeah,
They're all
even
coming
like,
up,
they
bro.
could
Yeah.
Gibbs White.
but I feel like
So he could make
Southgate.
an
I feel like Southgate don't really get the credit he deserves. Realistically, if he was to leave, who I wouldn't be happy if he left. Who else would we get?
Not really.
Yeah.
Literally, I
He's a
spoke
bit
about
of
this
a cult hero now.
with Luke. Like, but who else actually would take over? Because realistically, Gerrard.
Never.
Oh, fuck
never.
off.
Never. No.
Like,
Bro,
who
he's
else?
gone to Saudi now,
I
innit?
feel
It's on
like
Saudi, yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't want a foreign manager.
No.
It had to be.
It's
it had
clearly
to
not
be
worked.
English.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah. The main reason for me back in the day was because they were all fighting for the Prem and it was so tight and there was just a massive rivalry with the fan base. Still is now, but nothing like it was 10, 15 years ago. Realistically, innit?
Yeah.
Where there was like fights and stuff and it was proper. They were just into the Prem. That they said they couldn't wait to get away from international football and go back and focus on winning the Prem.
Yeah.
And that's what it was like. But now, it's so good to see like their family and literally I can see the progress. Like we've got squad depth as well.
We've got
We've
so
got like
much
5
depth.
right backs. Got like 3 or 4 left
In the
backs.
midfield,
Trippier can
it's-
play left back as well.
packed. Midfield's packed.
Yeah.
I feel like Southgate's building up like a good tournament type team. Like, obviously, all of these teams that you mentioned, they're all competing to fight for the title, which was why, or probably their way of thinking before. But now they're actually playing in tournaments. Like, it's a different style of football. Like, it's not for the longevity of the season. It's for that moment and there. And I think that's now being instilled into these, like, England players, bruv. And I think that's the difference from way back when as well.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you know, the Prem now is obviously very competitive. It's like probably the best league in the world. It's probably the most competitive it's actually ever been.
Yeah, but we've got so many
But
foreign
for a
players.
while anyway.
But you say that, but we've got all the foreign players.
Yeah, we've got like all the best players like bar like Messi and that and Mbappe and whatnot. But
I thought you said Demba Ba.
Demba
Damn
Ba.
ball,
I mean,
crazy.
yeah, but yeah, I feel like we're definitely on the verge of winning
Definitely.
something soon.
I also think it depends on the other countries and other teams as well. Because we look at ours, yeah. If you look at other people's teams as well, like
You know
coming up
the odds on Bet365 for England to win the next major trophy there is 5-1.
5.
Really?
We have the lowest odds with France.
Might have to stick a bag on that.
Might be seeing losses.
We have to, but the thing is, I don't want to go off topic, but I feel like England are a bit like Spurs. They just bottle it at the last minute,
Yeah.
and that's just because I'm just so used to not winning.
Well,
I just
I can't lie. There is a common factor between both of those teams. Maybe we need to get rid.
never getting rid of Harry Kane, but that's a
Never,
topic for
never,
another day.
never.
That's a topic for another day.
What, you want Wilson up there?
Nah, crazy
But
that.
that's another thing as well. Obviously, back in the day, like Euro '96 and that, with like Shearer, all them lot. Newcastle obviously went on to like play for Blackburn and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
a Wilson. Like we've got players from
Bro,
I mean,
imagine having
all
that
clubs.
type of like those options back in the day. Shearer, Teddy Sheringham. Who else was it? Fucking Lineker. I don't know if Lineker played in that
Yeah,
team.
Hazard
But
as well.
For strikers.
as
Never
strikers,
win
Strike,
that.
what, it's
Ian
gotta be
Wright.
Kane. It's always going to be Kane
Yeah.
until he gets old and he's close to retiring. But then Wilson, Tony,
they ain't really on
Who-
Kane's
Cal-
level.
Calvert-Lewin
Abraham-
was in there at one
Abraham
point.
maybe. He might get a call up.
Yeah,
Who
but
you,
I
wait,
think
who you playing as striker? Wayne Rooney or Harry Kane? Both in their primes. Ooh.
But the thing is,
Ooh.
it all depends on who's behind him. It all depends on who's behind him.
Yeah, I'm saying Kane. Because I know a lot of people ain't going to be happy with me saying Kane.
Yeah.
But I'm a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kane
And
or
I'm biased,
Rooney,
lads.
Kane or Rooney, who are you taking in their prime? Leave it in the comments and have that debate because
I'd love to hear.
it
We're
does
seeing
seem like a
hella
good one.
Rooneys.
We want
We're
to see
seeing
some.
hella
We want to see
Rooneys.
some comments. On, yeah, so many Roonies, but obviously it was in a different
Rooney.
time. Realistically, obviously Kane did play with Rooney in the league at some point and with England, but it's at that he was at the end of his career.
Yeah.
Kane was just starting, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, I mean,
No, of
Kane-
course,
they-
but I'm
they-
saying both in their primes.
They were in their prime at different ages as well. Like Rooney was on the scene from early doors.
From early doors.
Early,
doors.
bro.
Early doors.
Do you remember his debut
Yeah.
for Man United? Scored like
Yeah.
5-6
Yeah.
goals or
Yeah.
something. Mental.
Yeah, well, he scored a hat trick
Scored
in
that-
Champions
scored
League.
That fucking
And
that
he scored
volley.
against
Fenerbahce,
against Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
And it was he scored in the league against Everton, wasn't it?
What was he 16?
No, wait.
Well, no, that was against
Arsenal.
Yeah.
At 16.
And then
Yeah.
for United, I
Everton.
don't know. He did score another banger though for United, I think.
Or that Man
He
City
has scored
overhead
bangers.
kick.
No.
Mental.
I mean when he first signed for United.
Oh, right.
But yeah, that was a
there's
mental-
been so
mental
many
goal,
bangers.
But yeah, I feel like
Have you watched that Rooney documentary?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, it's fucking quality. You know, you should watch it. It's on like Amazon Prime, I think. There's a Rooney documentary. It's sick. Have you watched it?
No.
Brother, it came out like 2 years ago.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it about. But I just don't like sitting down and watching
clips
things.
of that 2002 World
Oh,
Cup and
shit.
the Euros from them time. You see clips of him and you see like the talking backstage, and you see where he walked off the pitch and he was like, "Oh, it's great when your fucking home team sort of don't booing you." Or something.
Go home
Oh,
fans,
yeah.
booyah.
Yeah, booyah.
Yeah.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
I mean,
And
we
you
were
see-
shit,
You
though,
see
back
him
then.
go through like injuries and like family.
Remember when he got
problems
that
and
tear in
whatnot.
his foot?
Oh yeah,
That bad tear. Do you
yeah.
remember?
Was that?
Someone like studded him down.
Oh,
there.
yeah,
Open
that's
wound.
it.
It was an
Horrible,
open wound
horrible.
all the way down. It's fucked.